howdy. I'm hoping that this video turns out okay because I don't know, I've got a lot of stuff running right now. And the sensible thing to do would be to shut stuff off, but you know me. Never do the sensible thing. Me and Fidget. Fidget. My baby. Really, I don't know if y'all could hear that. He has become quite a chirpy little guy. He had a throat infection or something. And I was too broke to take him to the vet, but he got over it. But it's left him with this purr that sounds like a bird. It's very funny. And he does it when he's eating. He's like, it's very cute, and I want to just keep feeding him because it's adorable. I'm in a fantastic mood because, man, I still don't have a car, which is not why I'm in a fantastic mood. But I was wanting a Coca-Cola so bad tonight. And I complained about it openly on Facebook. And like that, my friend Alice, hello Alice if you're watching, my friend Alice texted me and said, I just got off of work. You want me to come get you? Take you for a Coke. I was like, yes. And she and her adorable dog Jake, who's almost as soft as Fidget, almost, came and got me and took me for a Coke. And we went and sat at Sonic, had Coke and chicken nuggets and shared some things. Had a good old-fashioned bitch session. I did most of the bitching, but it was good. It was good for my soul. I feel much better now. And Fidget, I don't know. I don't have a lot to say. Over the weekend, my Aunt Anne, I'm getting all kinds of texts because the results are in for all the voting stuff, and I have people excitedly texting me about it. My Aunt Anne was in town from Dallas, and she and my mom and myself, we headed to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And if you've never been to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, you need to go to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It is like something out of a storybook. It's so charming and beautiful and magical, and I love it. I go every week if somebody would go with me. And we walked around, and we got fudge. And we, at Two Dumb Dames Fudge, it's the best place in the world. And we drove the historical loop and looked at the houses there are just incredible. I don't know how else to say it except for it looks like a town straight out of a storybook. The whole town, it's on all these different levels. It's like built into rock hillsides, and it's just amazing. It's called Little Switzerland because the style of a lot of the houses there is like a Victorian. They're old Victorian houses, and they're painted up really garishly and beautifully like they were originally, I guess. And so it's fun to just go look around. I got to go to St. Elizabeth of Hungary Catholic Church, and I got my first medals. I got lots of medals. I'm not Catholic. I don't even proclaim to be Christian, but I love the Catholic stuff. They've got cool stuff. And with the hoodoo, it uses Catholic things, and we deal with saints and angels and ancestors. And so I've always been fascinated by saints, the lives of saints, and the different ones that are for different things. They're very interesting, and my nose is running, and you'll have to forgive me as I do this. Dab. 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 All right. The saints, some of their stories are quite bizarre and interesting. And there's a patron saint for every damn thing. Their selection of the cards was not tremendous, but it was enough. And I got, like, Saint Michael. I'm fascinated, anyway, by Saint Michael because he's the defender, you know. And he's always slaying a demon, and it's awesome. And sometimes the demon just looks like a dragon or something, but like this one looks like, you know, like a person with wings. So I'm fascinated by that. St. Michael stuff is always cool because of the whole demon factor, and he's always stabbing them. St. Lucy I've been really interested in. I have not tried to work with her yet. She was a virgin, and she is always carrying a plate with 2 eyeballs on it. which I find kind of gruesome and fabulous. And of course, prayer cards have a prayer on the back that you can recite. These are all printed in Germany. The little medals were made in Italy. These are made in Germany. And you're supposed to, like in hoodoo tradition, use St. Lucy to help you to see into situations, or if you want to see what's going on with someone else. I guess she helps give you second sight or something. I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. Now, I'm a dummy, okay? The people that I help out in the afternoons, the elderly couple, I don't think I mentioned to you in my last video that I'm back to work for them. I was able, got my health back on track, and boy, they were sure glad to see me. And living so close, if they need anything, even when I'm off the clock, I can run over there. If she just, even needs some medicine brought to her, I can run over there in like 30 seconds. I'm in the house, and I can do stuff for her. But she was named Antoinette. She was named after St. Anthony, and there's a big painting of St. Anthony in their bedroom. And they're both devout Catholics, but she's very devout. She has her little rosaries there on her bedside table, and they have someone come in and do communion for them every Sunday, which I think is sweet and wonderful that they would do that. Catholic Church, I disagree with a lot of their politics, I guess. But the people are so good. They're so sweet. And a lot of Christians are very sweet too. I know I've said some nasty things about Christianity and Christians, but there are some Christians that really live it like they should, and I feel terrible for bad-mouthing the religion in general. But Catholics seem like, they take care of each other, and I've seen some real sweetness coming from people they used to go to church with who still come over and bring them, big containers of all kinds of homemade soups and sweetbreads and all these foods and things, and make sure they're okay, and they get their communion on Sundays. And so I always think of her now when I see St. Anthony, and I think of the big painting in her bedroom. And pretty much any book around there. She doesn't have many books anymore because she's pretty much blind for all intents and purposes. But any of her old books you pick up, like I've got a few here that I've borrowed from her. When you open them, out fall all these prayer cards. And I love it. It's like little presents inside the books. Here's one, The Man of the Sycamore Tree. And also postcards. If you open any of her cookbooks, it's full of postcards. And the cookbooks have non-religious postcards in them. And these date, like this one's from the 60s. I know, you can't really see it. I don't know. My lighting's wonky in here, I guess. Cards that came from funerals. There's Jesus. And it's neat. I just think it's really neat. And I know sometimes if you're going to pray to a certain saint, statues are great if you have statues of them in your home, but a prayer card works really well too, or a printout. This is a neat book that I borrowed from her that's about the lives of the saints. It's super old book. Oh my gosh. And it is full of prayer cards. It's one of the Virgin Mary. And it was from someone in her family, Assunta. I won't say the last name. But one of her sisters, her mother, somebody, probably her mother, died 1986, probably one of her sisters. And so it has their name and date of death on it, and there's a lot of those in here, and funerals and stuff. Anyway, that being said, and I got this one, Saint Dymphna. I'm probably not saying it right. She's a patron saint of insane people. Surely of the mentally ill. And so I find that fascinating just because. I'm real into Saint Expedite right now, or Expedite as they call him in New Orleans. He is the patron saint of New Orleans, NOLA. But it's weird because he's not an official saint. He has not been okayed by the Catholic Church as a saint. I think because they can't prove that he ever really existed, but yet there's stories and stuff that go with him. Named Saint Expedite, and the story, I've read it both ways, that it happened in New Orleans, and I've read that it happened in France, where a church ordered a statue of, the Virgin or someone. And they got 2 boxes. They ordered them from some other country. They got 2 crates. One had the statue they ordered, and the other said Expedite on it. And inside was this Roman soldier, this young, rather cute Roman soldier in a red cloak. And they didn't know who he was or what the deal was, and they thought that Expedite was his name, that he was Saint Expedite. He stands on a crow that has, not a word bubble exactly, it's kind of a ribbon in its mouth that says C-R-A-S, crass, I guess, crass, and that means tomorrow, tomorrow. And he holds a cross that says hoodoo, and that means no today. And he's like, not tomorrow, today. Do it today. And supposedly he's kind of mentally retarded a little bit. Slow. Everyone says slow, but you know me, I gotta say, he was mentally retarded. But sweet. Very kind and good. He's a martyr. He's holding the palm frond. That means he was a martyr. Because he's a Roman soldier who wanted to become a Christian. They're like, the hell you say? And I guess they treated him pretty poorly. Or so the story goes. Not official. And my hoodoo teacher, Virgil, he went on his honeymoon to Eureka Springs. I usually cannot find that shop open. He found it open, and he got some Expedite stuff and was excited about it. So I knew to go there and find my stuff. I got some medals and a card. There's Saint Barbara. She's the dominator. Women love using Saint Barbara because they can get some control over some situations and some people. And Saint Helen, and I forget what she does. She's supposed to also be really a good one for women to work with. So that was cool. Anyway, I've gone on too long about that, but that's one of my things I'm excited about. I get real excited. I produce too much saliva, and then I'm just having to stop and swallow a lot. Anyway, so we had a really good time in Eureka Springs. The tree colors were at their height. It was neither too warm nor too cool. It was lovely. And it was Diversity Day. There was a folk music festival going on, so there was some live folk music in the little amphitheater there in the middle of the old downtown area. And there were lesbians everywhere kissing, and it made me happy. And my aunt that was with me is also of that persuasion, and it made her feel pretty good too, I think. It's nice to see people being openly loving and not being persecuted or thumped in the head with Bibles and stuff. There were some gay men as well, but it was wonderful. All the lesbianism going on in downtown Eureka Springs was a beautiful thing. I saw girls kissing in the fudge shop. It was cute. It's like, baby, where are you? I'm over here. Oh my God. It was cute. So, sometimes I think I need to get myself a girlfriend. I might have better success in love, perhaps. I don't know. Kind of got the hair and the hat for it tonight, don't I? I got compliments on my necklace, which is not the necklace that person gave me. That was the wood from the cemetery. I've kind of retired that. I made this myself. I'm going to take it off and try to show you up close, but you probably won't be able to see because my lighting's wonky. It is made from an iris root. One of the things used in the root work, hoodoo root work, is orris. Excuse me, I had to burp. You know I did because I'm doing a video. And I'm full of Coca-Cola. Pardon me. One of the things that is used commonly in magic done for women. This is going to be another 20-minute long video. Y'all are going to be sorry I ever came back. Queen Elizabeth root, also known as orris root, which is the root of an iris. And I thought it could be any iris. It has to be a certain kind of iris. And you have to to let it dry and cure for about 5 years, and I do not have the patience. But before I knew that, I went and dug up a bunch of random iris roots, and they are pretty interesting. Can you see all the weird little divots? That's where like tubers were, like hair-like roots came off of it. And this was the tip of an iris root. But even if it's not official Queen Elizabeth root, orris root, from a certain kind of iris, it's still pretty cool. It smells good. And I wear it because it's still got like good for female energy, female magic, female protection, whatever. Females always notice it. That's the interesting thing. Guys notice when I'm wearing this certain other necklace. Guys always notice it. This one, women always notice it and say, that is so cool. What is that? Did you make it? So that made me feel pretty good. And then Sunday was my grandfather's 91st birthday. And so we had a big gathering at his house, and we went out to eat at his favorite steakhouse. And we had a great time, and we laughed so hard that someone nearly peed themselves, and I nearly fell off of the chair and onto the floor. Like, seriously, was almost on the floor laughing my ass off. I don't even remember what it was. My family is so crazy. And somebody gets started, and somebody else chimes in, and somebody else says something, and it's just hilarious. So that was real. I hadn't laughed that hard in I don't know how long. Years, probably. It's very good for me. So I had a good weekend. Having a little stir craziness, but Alice came and rescued me for tonight at least. I've been temporarily rescued. Any other friends who want to come and get me and go shopping or go get a Coke or something, by all means, please step up and offer, because I'm here alone all the time and I can't get out to do anything. And these cats are driving me crazy. And there's only so many crafts and so many things to do around here. So, and I need more olive oil because mine has gone rancid. I was trying to make some Van oil and mine has gone all funky and now it smells terrible and I've wasted ingredients. I need to get over to the co-op. It's just down the hill. It's just down the hill. I'd like to go there and get a few things, but I can't make it. I'll have some kind of car Thursday, just for the day. And I think I have a lead on a car, but it's going to be my mom's car, so she has to get another car first. Who knows how long I'm going to be without a car. So, 17 minutes and counting. We're coming up on 18 minutes. I'm sorry. Once I start talking, you know how I am. I got to go let Mambo in. Thank you for listening. If you've listened all the way through, God bless you. So that's all. That's it. Bye.